We have visitors here who have served our country and who have ensured that we have the ability and the freedoms to gather here today. So I would like to remind you to give your full attention and treat today and this program with the reverence it deserves. I would like to welcome those veterans and their families who came today. They will be marching in just a minute. I would like to thank our JROTC program who have put this program together. I know Chandler Turner has been a big part of this and has worked very closely with our ROTC instructors and with myself to make sure that this goes off and they have a packed program. So if I can have your attention, please, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have our veterans arrive into our gymnasium.
Oh, and hold, count, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, heart, sit, face, cross, say.
Our first veteran of the afternoon is Bill Evans. He served in the Army. Dates served were July 1967 to February 1969. He has 3 children and 3 grandchildren. His best memories of service are coming home, going to Australia and Singapore. From 1960 to 1964 in the Air Force, and 1999 in the Army. He has 4 children and he has 10 grandchildren. His best memory of service is being a tank commander of the M1A2 tank. Our next veteran is Linda P. Mack. Branches served our Army. The date she served was July 27, 1980 to May 9, 1987. She has 1 children and her number of grandchildren are 3, 2 of them which go here to OHS. He served in the Marine Corps. His dates served in 1963 to 1969. He has 2 children, he has 3 grandchildren, and his best memory is graduation day on Paris Island and when he was handed the golden anchor. He served in the Navy from 1992 to 1998. His number of children are 2, number of grandchildren are 4. Best memory of service is going around the world. Branches served, Air Force. The dates he served was 1969 to 1985. Number of children, he has 3. He has 1 grandchildren. His best memory is all over the world and the birth of his grandchildren. Needs no introduction. Many of you know him, Nicholas D. Cheeseman. He has 3 children, 8 grandchildren, and the best memory is JRTC here at OHS. If you all would, I'd like to give one big round of applause to all of our veterans that attended this afternoon. The next thing we have this afternoon is a presentation of our national colors, our OHS drill team, and color guard. The national anthem will be sung by OHS singers. If you would, please stand.
See All right. The first service flag is the Marine Corps. On November 10, 1775, the Continental Congress passed a resolution stating 2 battles of Marines be raised for service as landing forces with the fleet. This resolution, supported by John Adams, established the Constitutional Marines and marked the official birthday of the Marine Corps, serving on land at the sea. These first Marines distinguished themselves in numerous operations. The next is the Army. The U.S. Army dates back to June 1775. On June 14, 1775, the Constitutional Congress adopted the Constitutional Army when it appointed the community to draft the rules and regulations of the government of the Army. This authorization marks the birthday of the U.S. Army, the oldest branch of the U.S. Armed Forces. The next is the Navy. The Constitutional Congress founded the U.S. Navy on October 13, 1775. When it passed legislation to purchase and arm two ships, Congress set up a Naval Committee and administered naval affairs and built the equipped warships. This was the creation of the Constitutional Navy. The date of October 13th is now regarded as the official birthday of the U.S. Navy. The next is the Air Force. After World War II, Congress established the Air Force as a part of the national military established with the passage of National Security Act of 1947. Then on September 18, 1947, the Air Force was assigned its missions and objectives in the nation's defense structure of its official came into being. And last is the Coast Guard. The U.S. Coast Guard is the nation's oldest and premier maritime agency. On August 4, 1719, Congress created a service under the Treasury Department to enforce custom laws. The overall mission of the Coast Guard is the safety of lives and property at sea. And that concludes the 5 branches of service.
What we have for you next is a demonstration of what we do at our drill meets. We will have Joey's platoon demonstrate our regulation, what we have to do. We'll be doing the card that we had to do last drill meet.
Right, face, forward, arm, hold, arch. Front, 2 steps to your left. Arch. Reese. Arch. Sir, on roll 2, expect to be restoration of U line door drill floor in the Carter Army building at 3-21.5. Sir. Thank you. Sir. Order. Arms. Rest. Rest. Ready. Front. Hurry. Rest. Two. Hudson. Chin. Fixing campaign. Arms. Count. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Arch. Roll. Arch. Right. Arch. Two. Hold. Left. Face. Left. Arch. Two. Hold. Up. Face. Right. Arch. Hold. Arch. Up. Arch. Up. Arch. Left. Arch. Right. Arch. Up. Arch. Rear. Arch. Rear. Arch. Two. Hold. Out to the right. Forward. Arch. Two. Hold. Palm to three to the left. Left. Arch.
March! Squad! Hold! Line! Hold!
Port. Arms. Collar left. Arch. Double left. Arch. Victor. Arch. Palm. Arch. Right. Arch. Big. Hold. Action. Arch. Action. Arch. Rear. Arch. Rear. Arch. Move. Hold. Hold. Arch. High. Right. Ready. Front. Halt. Arch. Forward. Arch. Halt. Arch. Left. arms. Right, face. Forward, arms. Hold, heart, off, heart. Two, hold, order, arm, left, eight, two, fall out.
The next thing we have in store for you this afternoon is we have a veteran that we've asked to speak to you. His name is Master Sergeant James Goodall. Sir, if you would please come down.
I want to thank you for inviting me to this event. I appreciate what you're doing. For the next 4 or 5 minutes, I'd like to have your complete attention, please. All of them. What is Veterans Day? What's it about? It's about the price of freedom. Paid so you can be free. Free to be anything you want to be in this country. You live in a great country. You can be anything you want to be if you're willing to work for it. Abraham Lincoln once said, any nation that doesn't honor its heroes will not long endure. That's what Veterans Day is about. To honor our heroes, honor our veterans. In so doing, you as students, you're the future. You can be anything you want in this country. You're free. You got no idea what it's not to be free. There are people out there that will take it away from you if they can do it. What stands between you and them is our military. From 1775 to this date right now, they've helped them back. You're still free. So my advice to you to honor our veterans is get the best education you can get. Stay in school. Work hard. Be on time. Be accountable. You can make it in this country if you want to do it. It's up to you. You got the freedom to do that. There's going to be times in your life when you don't think you can make another step. You're going to have a problem. You're going to run into some kind of difficulty. What you have to do is reach down in your guts, like the American soldier has. Take that next step, and then next step. Keep on moving. Dust yourself off, get up, and keep on going. It's like the veterans did. You owe it to them. Another way you can honor our veterans is anytime you're out in public, in a restaurant, ball game, any kind of public event, you see a veteran. They're not hard to spot. You only got to have them because World War II or Korean War veteran, Vietnam, Desert Storm, whatever. Go up to that veteran and shake his hand and thank him for his service. That'll mean more to him than all the medals and all the money you can throw on him. I've seen it many times in restaurants throughout this country. I've seen a lot of veterans, World War II, the tear come down their eye. That means a lot to them. Because they went through hell for you. They lost their buddies in war. And you can't put a price on that. World War II, General George S. Patton was a major field commander in Africa, invasion of Sicily, and after D-Day invasion in 1944, he took over the Third Army on the way to chase the Germans out of France all the way across Germany. We thought it had pretty well whipped. The Germans attacked us at the Battle of the Bulge in 1944, just before Christmas. They pushed our troops back 40 miles and had a 20-mile gap in the line. General Eisenhower called all these generals together and said, we got to do something about this. The British said, well, it'll be about a week before we can get there. They said, we don't think we can make it in time. General Patton said, I'll be there in 48 hours and attack. General Patton did that. He led from the front. He got into Bastogne, relieved the 101st Airborne. He was in trap track. One of them pushed the Germans all the way back to Germany and eventually won the war. General Patton left in the front. One of the things he said to his troops, he's always out among his troops talking to them, spurring them on. Let's get the job done. Let's do it. Let's don't mess around. Get it done. And he said to his troops, only two defining forces ever have offered to die for you. One was Jesus Christ, and the other was American soldier. One died for their soul, the other died for their freedom. So when you see an American flag come on the field in a ball game or whatever, stand up. Pay respect. You pay respect to the flag, you also pay respect to the soldiers who died for the flag. It's your flag. Remember this. Freedom's not free. Enjoy your freedom. God bless you and thank you.
A soldier died today. He was getting old and paunchy, and his hair was falling fast. And he sat around the Legion telling stories of the past, of war that he had fought in, and the deeds that he had done. And his experts with his buddies, they were heroes every day. And though sometimes to his neighbors, his tales became a joke, all his buddies listened, for they knew where he spoke. But where his tales no longer, for old Bull had passed away, and the world's a little poor, for a soldier died today. He won't be mourned by many, just his children and his wife, for he lived an ordinary, very quiet sort of life. He held a job and raised a family, quietly going on his way, and the world won't know his passing, though a soldier died today. The ordinary fellow who in times of war and strife goes off to serve his country and offers up his life. The ordinary soldier who offered up his all is paid off with a medal and perhaps a pension small. It's so easy to forget them, for it's so long ago that our Bobs and Jims and Johnnies went to battle, but we know it was not the politicians, but their compromised employees who won for us the freedom that our country now enjoys. Should you find yourself in danger with your enemies at hand, would you really want some cop-out with his ever-waffling stand? Or would you want a soldier who has sworn to defend his home, his kin, and country, and would fight until the end? He was just a common soldier, and his ranks were growing thin, but his presence should remind us we may need his legs again. For when countries are in conflict, then we find the soldier's part is to clean up all the troubles that the politicians start. If we cannot do him honor while he's here to hear the praise, then at least let's give him homage at the ending of his days. Perhaps just a simple headline in the paper that might say, "Our country is in mourning, for a soldier died today."
Today, I am going to take a moment to honor one of Owensboro High School's very own, one of our very dear family members, and I'm hoping that I can do this without breaking down a little bit. I'm going to talk to you for a moment about Lieutenant Colonel Nicholas Dean Cheeseman. Your middle name is Dean. I never knew that about you, so that's something I learned. So we're going to start calling you Deanie Weenie, okay? Okay, sorry, I had to make a joke so I didn't tear up. A little background on Lieutenant Colonel Cheeseman. He joined the Marines at age 17. He served our country for 28 years, and at that time he retired from the Marine Corps just to go on and continue his service as a JROTC instructor at several schools. He married the love of his life, Terry Cheeseman, his partner in crime, I believe 41 years, if I did the math right, 41 years ago. They have 3 grown children and 8, are y'all up to 8 grandchildren now? 8 grandchildren. Nick joined our family in 2005 as a JROTC instructor. He brought everything that he had into making our program a huge success. He showed all of us here at OHS true sacrifice when in 2007 he was called to active duty. Nick once told me that he did not feel that he had truly served our country without serving during war. So he got that chance when he left OHS and served in Iraq for a year. Luckily, he returned to us in one piece. Over the past 13 years, Lieutenant Cheeseman has taught our students the value of hard work and endurance, not only through words, but also actions. He shared his passion and love for our country with them. Most importantly, he took kids that had given up and instilled in them a sense of self-worth. He gave them a place to belong and showed them that what they had to offer had meaning. As educators, we often say that if we can make a difference in the life of just one child, then our hard work has been worth it. Nick has made that difference in the lives of numerous people of all ages. Not too bad for a Hoosier. What I would like for our students to do, if you have had Colonel Cheeseman in class, in AA, in CCR, please stand up. Our freshmen, unfortunately, haven't had to have him in class as much as some of our others, and for all of these students who are standing here today, there are many that have graduated and gone on to military service and to college because he instilled with them the attitude that they could do it. So, Colonel Nick Cheeseman, I want you to look around at all of these faces of these children that you have made a difference in their lives. You can sit down now, guys. Thank you. Lieutenant Colonel Cheeseman has decided to retire this year to spend some more time with his lovely wife and kids and all those grandkids. Nick, I want you to know that we miss you tremendously. We love you immensely. You've said that your time here at OHS has been your greatest memories. You have given us so many memories to cherish. In honor of Lieutenant Colonel Nick Cheeseman, I would like for you now to give your attention to Chandler Turner as he comes forward and explains the symbolism of the 13th fold of our American flag, which we are honored to present to Nick Cheeseman today.
The first fold of our flag is a symbol of life. The second fold is a symbol of our belief in eternal life. The third fold is made in honor and remembrance of the veterans departing our ranks who gave a portion of their lives for the defense of our country to attain peace throughout the world. The fourth fold represents our weaker nature, for as American citizens trust Him, it is to Him we turn in times of peace as well as in times of war for His divine guidance. The fifth fold is a tribute to our country, for in the words of Stephen Decatur, our country, in dealing with other countries, may she always be right, but it is still our country, right or wrong. The sixth fold is for where our hearts lie. It is with our heart that we pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The seventh fold is a tribute to our armed forces, for it is through the armed forces that we protect our country and our flag against all her enemies, whether they be found within or without the boundaries of our republic. The eighth fold is a tribute to the one who entered into the valley of the shadow of death, that we might see the light of day, and to honor Mother, for whom it flies on Mother's Day. The ninth fold is a tribute to womanhood, for it has been through their faith, their love, loyalty, and devotion that the character of men and women who have made this country great has been molded. The tenth fold is a tribute to the Father, for he too has given his sons and daughters for the defense of our country since they were first born. The 11th fold, in the eyes of the Hebrew citizen, represents the lower portion of the seal of King David and King Solomon, and glorifies in their eyes the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The 12th fold, in the eyes of the Christian citizen, represents an emblem of eternity and glorifies in their eyes God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. When the flag is completely folded, the stars are uppermost, reminding us of our nation we trust. After the flag is completely folded and tucked in, it takes on the appearance of a cocked hat, ever reminding us of the soldiers who served under General George Washington and the sailors and Marines under Captain John Paul Jones, who were followed by their comrades and shipmates in the armed forces of the United States, preserving for us the rights, privileges, and freedoms we enjoy today. Colonel Cheeseman, if you wouldn't mind, please step down on the floor. The Colonel Cheeseman's dedication to our community, our school, and its students. We'd like to present him with a flag that he's bestowed upon the school. With his retirement, we retire his flag.
If I could have your attention, please. Colonel Cheeseman would like to say a few words to everyone.
I miss you guys too. It was a hard decision to make to leave, and had it not been for my health, I'd have still been here. It's a job that I enjoyed every day coming to work. I don't remember a day feeling like, you know, guys, you got to go work tomorrow. And I never had a job like that before. So it was something that I really loved, really enjoyed doing. You guys taught me a lot. I learned more from you guys than you ever learned from me, believe me. And it's a very diverse crowd we have here. If you just look around, you learn everybody else's customs. You learn quite a bit at OHS. My little school closed right after I graduated. My school consolidated. So I never had one that I could go back to. And I always kind of feel like OHS is the school that I can go back to. I would, the only thing I'd like to impart on you today is, you know, 41 years ago, I kind of started this trek in the military. The same day, I joined the Marine Corps the same day I got married. And I don't know how many people told me that we'd never make it. You know, you've ruined your life, all this good stuff. We had a child, right? And every day I got up, I said, yeah, watch this. You know, it's exactly how I felt. You think I can't make it, you just watch me, chump. Get that in your attitude. Just watch me, chump. You can do anything you want. Thanks, guys.
anytime. We love you guys. At this time, we're going to have Mr. Barr play the taps for us. And all that's left is the veterans.